Hello friend, in this tutorial we are going to discuss that how we can attach a sequence to the table column. Okay, let's see. This is the two-step process. First is we need to create a sequence, and that after that we need to add to the column. Suppose we do you know that PostgreSQL by default create a sequence when we use database data type serial? No. We know that how serial data type work. It increment always one by one when we are inserting a value into it. Okay, so let's create a table with serial data type and see the behavior of serial data type. Create table. Suppose customer. Inside this, let's first is customer ID with serial data type and primary key. No. Let's okay. Let's make it with serial data type and primary key. Okay. And the name of customer is suppose we are care 50. So the table is created successfully because all values specified as written. Okay. Here relation customer already is so. First, I need to drop a table customer inside the table section. Why I customer and product? Okay, and drop table customer. Yeah, written successfully. Now create a table successfully. Oh, still okay. Inside this public schema, inside the table. No, no, I don't have customer table. Maybe I have type. No, run the query. Customer already okay. Let's make it customer one. Yes, written successfully. The okay. Select star from customer. Let's see the behavior of serial data type. Yes. Okay. It's showing me. Oh, customer is still not deleted. Do you remember why this is not deleted? Because the customer ID is references to that product table, so that customer table is not deleting. Yes, that's it. Uh, no product table references customer ID. Okay, as a foreign key. Yes, select star from customer one. Okay, has a ID and name. Okay, let's insert some value into it. Insert into customer values. Here now we can insert a value for serial data type externally also, or it will insert automatically also. Let's see how it work automatically. Values. Suppose Rahul Mangesh Dinesh. Let's see. Here I have inserted a value for these three. Let's run it. Here you can see oh, customer one. Now you can see that the three values were inserted with 1, 2, 3. These 1, 2, 3 value automatically inserted because of serial data type. But how if I right click? Okay, let's refresh the table section first. If I right click on the table customer one or the column also, okay, right click here first, properties. Let's see it gonna show or not. Okay, here you can see that the data type is integer. Data type is integer? Yes, let's see in brief. So the column ID, if you right click on this, the data type is integer. Here you can also see that data type is integer. But how this behave like serial? Here you can see that the data type is integer. So inside the constraint, you can see that the default value is the next value function that we have seen in sequences. Next value is customer one underscore sequences, and this is the auto incremented by 1. By default, a sequence is auto incremented by 1. We know that. So customer ID sequences. So let's see this sequence is exist in our sequence section or not. If you come here in sequences, oh, what is the table name? Customer. Oh, if I refresh this, here customer one underscore ID, here table name customer one, column name ID underscore sequence. This is the sequence used in this table, used in the table, in this table. That's it. The sequence is same. Here in the definition section you can increment is 1, start with 1, minimum is 1. You can set a maximum value as you want. Okay, that's it. Okay, okay, let's insert a now. uh, okay, suppose we want to start a next record with 100. Now the record is up to 3 here. But what if you want to start next record from 100? Let's see. So for that we need to make changes into the this customer one ID sequence table. So alter sequence name. Sequence name is customer one ID sequence. Sequence name is the syntax. We know that how to alter it. Okay, let's see. Customer one underscore ID underscore a sequence. This is the sequence by default. So we need, how we can start with, we can restart it with this syntax, restart with 100, or you can set a value to this set value function. Also you can use to set value to this sequence with some value. Okay, let's see both. But we are not using these two ways because we know that what is this sequence? This sequence is a default value for this ID column. This is a default value for this ID column. Here in constraint you can see that this is a default value for this ID column. So what if we use a default value? What do we focus on default value rather than these two method? Okay, let's focus on, rather than focuses on sequences, it makes too complicated. Let's focus on just on table and column. Okay, let's see. Let's so the change the default value of this customer table. Okay, alter table name, alter table customer one, sorry, customer one, alter column name is ID, set default set default what value you want to set, that next value function need to start with some value. Okay, next value function need to start with some other value. You can this above syntax to restart with. Okay, for this, for changing this, and let's see, and okay, and also with the help of this. Okay, here first let's create a new sequence. Suppose create sequence. Okay, create sequence. If not exist, seq underscore new start with 100, and simple. That's it. Let's create this sequence. Start with 100. Let's run this query. Yes, seq new is created. So for default value, we can set this next value function like in properties, next value, and pass the name of the sequence. Name of the sequence is seq underscore new. This is the new sequence created by us now. So it will start with the sequence like this. Okay, let's run this query. Okay, now let's insert a value into the table. Let's insert the same values and see the record. Yes, you can see that 100, 101, 102. So the serial data type is an integer data type with default value is next value function of sequence with the default sequence. There are many ways to change this value. Okay, that's all. Thank you.